Guys, good morning, everybody. The student is at the center of that controversy that swept the nation, is now speaking out. Brand new interview today as the Kentucky high school students go back to school for the first time. A lot of security in place as we say good morning from New York. I'm Bill Hemmer. Welcome to Wednesday. How you doing?
And we welcome you back, Bill. Nice to have you here this morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Sandra Smith. Lawmakers, students, the White House all weighing in on that viral confrontation this morning. Nick Sandmann now telling the Today Show he wishes he could have avoided the entire situation. The White House showing its support to the students with lawmakers, chaperones, and others joining in.
Do you feel from this experience that you owe anybody an apology? Do you see your own fault in any way?
As far as standing there, I had every right to do so. My position is that I was not disrespectful to Mr. Phillips. I respect him. I'd like to talk to him. I mean, in hindsight, I wish we could have walked away and avoided the whole thing. But I can't say that I'm sorry.
When the out of context video was circulating around and everyone was making their opinions just based off that, I can say I definitely was. I was not looking in a good light, and my reputation probably wasn't the best at the time.
I think they're going to grow from this. I mean, right now we're all hurting. We don't like what has happened to our sons, to the boys that we've watched grow up, be attacked like this.
People were yelling some incredibly vile and racist things at these teenage students. None of that was covered. That was the only true racism and bigotry that was evident on that day. Since that time, there's been an incredible amount of bigotry shown by the media.
There is a lot of reaction on this one to start outside the school today. That's where Doug McElway is, Park Hills, Kentucky. Doug, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Rainy day out here, which has kept the crowds down very low, and the school is roped off and blocked off by a lot of police officers. I've been talking a lot about Robert Barnes, Los Angeles-based attorney who has been threatening in very non-specific ways in recent days about suing many people, whether it be large media companies or celebrities or Twitter users who have defamed, in his words, the students here at Convigton Catholic School. Today he was on Fox and Friends and offered a great deal more specificity. Here he is.
Shouting a bunch of, homophobic, racist, derogatory comments at us.
What kinds of things did you hear them say?
I heard them call us incest kids, bigots, racists.
Did you feel like he was trying to get somewhere else, to go toward the Lincoln Memorial?
I'm not sure where he wanted to go, and if he wanted to walk past me, I would have let him. I wanted the situation to die down, and I just wish he would have walked away, but I knew as long as I kept my composure and didn't do anything that he might perceive as aggressive.
That was obviously not the lawyer in question. That was Nick Sandmann, who spoke on the Today Show this morning. Couldn't quite make out what he was saying there. But the other person, the other key player in this drama, the Native American elder, who is the other figure here, has also been continuing a publicity spree of sorts. He rejected an offer by a Cincinnati restaurateur recently to be flown first class to Covington, Kentucky, to one of his four-star restaurants here and to, quote-unquote, break bread with the students from Covington, Kentucky. He rejected that. But yesterday, he apparently changed his mind, agreed to come to Covington and to the school to meet with the students. That, after it came to light that on Saturday, January 19th, he came with a group of 20 or so Native Americans, this is the day after the March for Life, to the Washington, D.C. Basilica, the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, and tried to interrupt a mass there with chants and drum beating. A guard who kept him from entering the solemn mass called it deeply upsetting. Nathan Phillips has also appeared to have been very, very vague about his military record. He has called himself a Vietnam time Times veteran, a Vietnam Times veteran, also referring to himself as a recon ranger. There is no such category within the United States Marine Corps. Both the New York Times and the Washington Post have issued corrections regarding their calling him a Vietnam veteran. So more to come on that. Very quiet day, as I said. Things are basically closed off here at the Convigton Catholic High School right now. Reporters are gathering in front yards and people here because any available parking lot to set up your equipment is unavailable, blocked off by police. Very, very secure here, and I think the students appreciate that. Back to you, Bill.
A lot of layers on this story. Thank you, Doug. Doug McKelvey, good to have you there. Thank you.
I thank you. God bless you, and may he continue to bless the nation that has showered this land with love for more than 2 centuries. Thank you all. God bless you all.